Welcome on this new video by IVolLive.com. We're going to discuss today how to download data from the platform. So, let's imagine that you've subscribed to IVolLive and you've realized that within the IVolLive platform you have access to some free download, free data. If you go to the services page, you'll see that you get $80 of data per month on the Pro real-time package. You get 25 on the advanced and 5 on the futures and basics. So that should allow you to download data. Now there are many places within the platform where you can actually download this data. The main source is obviously going to be in IVolLive. So if you go in IVolLive, you can click on any page, and on this page you'll find this little symbol, that download data symbol. It will help you locate what kind of data you can actually download and play with. And in another video I'll show you some techniques that we use when we write, for example, the market update, some techniques that we use in order to identify some specific things, and why we go into Excel, for example, to scan through things. So let's imagine that I want to download Tesla's entire option chain with all the available columns. I will go into Tesla, type in Tesla, select the stock. I'll make sure to select here all expiration if that's what we want. I'll tick all strikes, click apply, try again, click apply, and then go into column settings and select all columns, click apply. And from here, I've got all the available columns, I've got all the available options. I can just click this little button here, press I agree, so you get to read the terms and conditions, and obviously click proceed, and that will download. Will create a CSV file that will then be downloaded on your computer, and that you can use in order to search for things. So that's like the first place where you can download, and obviously you don't have to take all the columns. You can select your own columns. You can take only the columns that you actually care about, and export those and get the information as well. So that's number one. Number two is within the stock monitor. So if you go in the stock monitor, you're able to go in stock monitor. You're able to select, for example, let's imagine we select all Nasdaq 100 stocks. And then again, we've created our layout. So I've got IVP, I've got HV, I've got industry, I've got IVX, HV, option volume, and last price, closing price, and some information about the company. And I want to download this data directly again into Excel to be able to store it and play with it later on. Once again, we've got the button at the top left, click download data. It's going to charge me $3, so $1 per download of the entire option chain. $3 will be debited from my credit when I download within this page. I can go, if I want more stocks, onto the S&P, and again I can click here, $3, and then proceed, and it's going to download this selection of columns and stocks that I've looked at in CSV format with the dates added on top of it. So that's the second page where you can download things. There is a third page where you can download, which is within Chart. So if you are a subscriber to Charts, you can click this little button here, and that will download a screenshot of this particular chart. So that's going to be very useful. You can click this button, you get a JPEG that will be downloaded onto your machine, and you can store, when you're doing your pre-trade analysis, if you want to document things and see, explain the reasons why you took a specific trade, and store everything somewhere so you can come back to it and see things exactly as you were seeing them back then. It's a very useful tool to have. And then the final one, for a more specific search, something that's not necessarily available in IVolLive, or it's not a derived information from IVolLive, will be within the dedicated data download tool. So on the left you get all your tools, right, that are available with the package that you select, and one of them is called data download. If you click on data download, it will open a specific page to allow you to get data. Now, so within this page you've got access to 6 data sets. Actually you get 12, because you get 6 on the future side and 6 on the equity side. And equities means indices, ETFs, and equities, by the way. So you get 6 data sets that you can play with, and you can check the prices, and you can check information. So for example, if you want 1 day of option prices, it's going to cost you $1.20, and that's going to give you the end of day. So that's an end of day data download. We also have 1 minute snapshots, but those are only available on a per request basis. So you've got to write to sales at IVolLive.com. But for end of day data, you can download the things directly from our system, and it will be debited from your available credit. So you can have information here. So we've got row IV. So row IV includes option prices and implied volatility and Greeks, and row IV cost $1.70. System is meant pretty much only for ad hoc, downloads. So, let's imagine that you want to find out at the end of the day where, the IV index closed for a specific stock back in, May 2021, for example. That's what this system is going to be useful for. Or you want to get an idea of how the implied vol surface actually looks on a specific date or at a specific point in time. That's going to be very useful. But if you want to get recurring data, let's say you want to get the IV surface that we built, but you want to get this data every single day sent to you, by email or via an FTP, it's going to be much cheaper for you to write to us directly and ask for this data. So this is just a way for you to access, 1, 2, 3 data points because you're doing some test or you want to try something. If you want to do a large back test over a couple of years, we'll check this, but it's going to cost you way too much money in this system. And so again, that system wasn't designed to incorporate, large customers discount. So this system is really made for you to pick any data that you want at a specific point in time, and you'll be able to access it. So we got IV surface again, $1.70. We've got underlying prices 0.6, etc., etc. So let's imagine that we want to download the row IV data. So we click here. So row IV Greeks plus implied volatility for all available strikes on a specific stock at a specific point in time. So let's look at a stock, let's say triple Q, for example. You're looking at row IV on triple Q, and you want to see that data as of the end of the year, last year, right? So let's go here in this system. We can just select the date. The system will then, check if the data is available, how much data there is, and once it's got all the information, we'll provide you with a quote. So the price here is 0 because we've got credit, so it will be debited from our credit. So we saw before it was $1.70 for row IV, so it will be debited from here. You can see also that if you want to subscribe to daily updates, you can pay. You can select here and you'll pay 35.7, and then you will get in your update wizards at the top, you'll get every day we'll post the data that you've purchased. It will be updated into your update wizard. So daily frequency, weekly, monthly, you can change different things, different parameters, and then you click make order, and then the system will take into account your order, and you will be able to download everything. So you'll be able to click in my downloads. We'll open the download page where you'll have everything, all your downloads, and you can just select things. Once the data is ready, you can just click top right here, download. It will generate a zip file, and you'll be able to download the data. So it's a fairly easy process. It's quite simple, for people to be able to to download a lot of data. You want to write to us directly, it will be a lot cheaper. But if you're looking for a specific data point, or if you want to use your credit, to look at different things, maybe a little bit more systematic, and in the next video I'll show you, for example, how we can use this approach or this logic here to very quickly locate the most active options. So that'll be in the next video that you'll see on the channel. As always, if you found this useful, please leave a like. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Do not hesitate to share this video around, and I'll see you next time for another video. Thank you very much.